when he came into office, I was all for it. Also because the first black president. I was all for that. But when he came in, it was kind of tough because it was like the only thing I can really see that he did that really helped where I came from, and I grew up on government assistance. I'm a working man now, but like they call it the Obama bump, stuff like that. It was just like that was the only thing I could really hear a lot of people saying. But I'm like, what the stuff you really did? Like that was my strong question, and I have a hard time getting that, but I'm still learning, you guys. So, but when he said support Kamala, when he pushing that, I think he needs a really good understanding of why a lot of black men aren't supporting her, and I don't think he really got a grasp in that, a full understanding of that. I don't think he sat down with black men to really get an understanding why.
Do you think we would understand if they did? I mean, if he actually did have a conversation with a black man why they're not supporting Kamala, do you think he would actually have some good rebuttals to what they're saying, or any kind of? Would he understand that at all? That's my question to you.
He would never have an open conversation. The man's worth $200 million. He's a neocon.
Who that Trump? Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, the Trump man, the Trumpster, the derangement syndrome 10.
No, I'm not the one voting for him. The people voting for him are the ones that are deranged. Dan, what do you think about Obama saying that you have to vote for Kamala? Obama is right. Just like when Joe Biden said, if you don't support me, you're not black. Joe Biden was right. The only people who support Biden's black? Hold on. The only people who support Trump. This is all. The only people who support Trump are people who are white complected or white at heart. Oh, sorry. This is so strange. I didn't know Biden was black. Does anybody else know that? I didn't know that there was a correlation. I have no idea. Hold on, you have a listening problem?
10, I think you ate some rotten coconuts. Something happened to your brain. You might have a mind virus.
Joe Biden said, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. He was right. But Biden's not a black person. He can't say that. That's the whole point. What you talking? No. What I'm saying to you is that the Democrats support black initiatives, black rights, and so on. Trump does not. And the black part of the legal So basically, if you don't support the Democratic Party as a black person, you want to be white. I guarantee.
So, let me ask you a question. If Trump said you're not black if you don't vote for me, how would you feel?
He's a liar.
He's a liar.
He's a liar. Yeah, Trump is a liar.
Trump is a liar.
Yeah, when Biden says it's a
Trump is a liar.
It is true. Any black person who in their right mind could go and put their ex beside Trump. Beside Trump, they want to be white.
Let's ask you an economics question, 10. 10, are you a socialist? 10, are you a socialist? Do you believe in higher taxes for the rich and wealth redistribution? Do you believe in communism?
Hold on. No, I don't want no communism. And no, I don't want no pure socialism. I want a nice blend of capitalism and socialism. Like we have welfare programs, we have SNAP programs, we have Medicare, we have VA. We have VA benefits. That's socialism, you know. VA benefits is socialism. You guys don't know that? Why
VA is not socialism. That is a lie. You are a liar.
Listen to me, dog. I don't support wars. Why are my tax dollars going to support veterans? Why? I'm just asking.
You don't support the veterans? You are a liar.
Brother, I support the vets. I'm just
You're
saying.
not black.
I am just saying.
You don't support that. You're not black.
Exactly. Listen, I support the vets. I support the efforts. I support.
You are backtracking. You're backtracking a backtracker.
What I'm saying to you, I'm just giving you an example of socialism. If a person does not support wars, does that person have to give their tax dollars to vets?
I
Why?
don't support abortions. Why am I giving my tax dollars for abortion?
You're a liar.
I don't support sex.
You are a liar!
Why is my tax dollars going to support sex?
You are a liar! Planned Parenthood is fully self-sufficient! Don't lie about the Planned Parenthoods!
Brother, you're disrupting the stage. Mama,
No, I'm not! I'm impersonating you in the way that you disrupt the stage!
ma'am, no tax dollars go towards abortion. None.
Lies.
What?
Okay, prove it.
Liar! 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 Liar!
When a woman
Go ahead.
does- when a
Prove me wrong. Go ahead.
I'm trying. When a woman doesn't have Planned Parenthood, they give her something called emergency benefits, which is Medicaid, which is
No,
yes.
no, it
Yes.
does not.
How you
No.
gonna tell me? How you
No,
gonna
I'm
tell
gonna
me?
tell you. I experienced this. I have people in the health.
And I am in the healthcare, and I actually
There are
Planned
four.
Parenthood, and I quit because
Planned
of something I
Parenthood.
did not agree with. But that's what they do. If you don't have health insurance, they give you something called emergency Medicaid, which is active for 6 months after you have the procedure. That is all tax dollars that cover that.
Yep. Thank you very much. It's after. Thank you. So, hold on. Wait. No, ma'am. It's just cool.
Up to 6 months. So the Medicaid is active.
You,
Is this what they call Jamaican Asperger's? You're a liar!
hold on. You know what I'm saying? You have a problem. Anyways, ma'am, listen, again, they will give you medication to alleviate pain and stuff after procedure. That is fine. But it does not go towards the procedure, ma'am. I am telling you right now.
They pay for
No, they don't.
I promise you.
Ma'am,
Ma'am, listen to
the
me.
Planned Parenthood,
Listen to me, Pen. If you go to Planned Parenthood without insurance, they will sign you up for emergency Medicaid. They will do the procedure within a week, right? They tell you to come back or whatever. You'll get your procedure done, and the Medicaid stays active up until 6 months after the procedure because they want you to get birth control and do
there
follow-up.
are no federal dollars. Ma'am, there are no.
You're lying, Brandy! No taxpayer dollars ever go into the pocket of Planned Parenthood physicians! That is a lie! You are a bold-faced liar, and Kamala Harris's #1 priority is protecting a woman's right to choose! This is about the abortion industry and protecting a multi-billion-dollar taxpayer subsidy!
Love, we're good. I want to go
There
back.
are no. Let me just respond, no man. Oh my gosh.
Ah! No!
Granny. Take your L. It's all good. Granny just completely destroyed you.
Can I reclaim my time?
I thought that was low. I thought that was 10 the whole time.
I want to reclaim my time, please. Can I reclaim my time?
No. You're gonna go on mute.
Oh my gosh. Love, you messed me up, love.
Go on mute.
Okay, love, congratulations.
Yeah, I got a question for you. The question's for you. So again, I want to go back to this whole identity politics that you guys tend to deny, but completely do it all day long, everywhere. If Trump were to come out and say, "You are not a white man if you don't vote for me," you're totally fine with that, right? Just want to be fair.
Yes, I'm fine with that. 100%.
Unbelievable. That's great. Okay, we're moving. Guys, we got progress. We're moving on.
I want to say I was uncomfortable when
Can
Joe Biden said
I
that.
respond
I
to
didn't
this,
like what
Brandy?
Joe Biden said.
Oh, Tay's speaking right now. Go ahead, Tay.
I want to say I was uncomfortable when Joe Biden said what he said. That did not make me comfortable at all. I don't think he had any right of saying what he said at all. I mean, at least Obama could have been the one that said that, but he wasn't.
What? No, big man. Come on now. I literally stood up and said, yes. Anybody that don't support the Democrats and you are a person of color and you're a black person, you want to be white. I guarantee it. And you love white people better than black people.
What is this bullshit about your melatonin density theories? You're such a liar!
I don't think that's the truth at all. I don't think that's a fact.
That's the truth.
Let me say.
That's an opinion, not the truth.
I believe that, they foundation, Black Americans, that's what we call ourselves, the ones that's born and raised here. And then, a lot of people that are foreign Black people usually go for the Democrats too because of the immigration thing. That's what I see. But a lot of us, we felt it was uncomfortable for Joe Biden to say that. You can't speak those words.
You know
like
why?
I won't feel right if
You
Trump
know
said,
why?
if you're white, vote for me.
When you throw a rock stone into a hot pen, they squeal. You see that? What Joe Biden did was throw the stones into the hot pen, and
When you take a Jamaican pig and you create a Rastafarian party, you're such a liar.
you who want to be white, you squealed because Joe Biden called you out. Joe Biden called you.
My name is Ken. I've got a Trump derangement syndrome mind virus. It's driving me crazy.
So tell me, why was it that they tried to Trump said black jobs? If we're black and know the jobs, what was the big problem?
Ma'am, which black people? Hold on. Which black jobs?
Which black people?
Hold on, wait. What jobs are just for black people? Go ahead.
What black people are not black and don't vote for Biden? I'm confused.
Okay, black people who vote for Biden, who vote for Trump, they prefer whiteness. That's a fact.
Yeah, I got pierogies.
Right.
No, I'm not gaslighting, Mom. I'm telling you.
The black people that don't vote for Biden aren't black. So what are we?
You want to be white.
That's gaslighting because you're saying that if black men don't want to go with your agenda or your way of thinking, then they're not who they are.
No, don't even entertain this stupid conversation anymore. This is fucking retarded. Stop letting him repeat this bullshit. This is stupid low IQ, anti-intellectual Jamaican hogwash. Go fuck yourself, you liar.
No, but what do you mean by
I
that? What is
cannot
white
help
to you?
myself. I
What
need
is white to
people
you,
to have
man?
sex.
What is white to you? You said black men want to be white if they voted for Trump, but what does white mean to you? What is that to you?
Interesting. It's a really interesting question. Tim, what do you make of that?
Oh, this is why I've been asking all of these lefties who make it about color.
Exactly.
What is white?
Make it about
What is
color.
white?
Hold on. You guys make it about color. You're the one.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
The one that made it about color, Ted.
It's all
Some
about
people
color.
said, Gary, you're the one who said, you said any black person who votes for Trump is a racist and what prefers the white skin color over the black skin color. That's making it about color. That's disgusting and it's a disease. So I'm trying to figure out what is white? Is it the light complexion? Is it the color white?
The white is the devil. The white is the racist colonizer.
If it's close to the color white and that's on your skin, that's white. Is that what you're trying to say, Gary?
Let me respond, please.
Exactly.
Hold on, wait. Trump supporters, the higher your color is, the better your chances. That's how Trump supporters are, right? We don't care.
That ain't true.
Hold on. Wait, mom. So when you get to the highest level of whiteness, right, or the lowest level, depending on how you look at it, of whiteness, guess what? You are going to be a Trump supporter. You are. That's just a guarantee. When you love that color, you are going to be a...
Where is your fact book? Can you pull your fact book out and show me in your fact book where those facts appear in your fact book, sir?
So let me explain to you. There are white people that obviously support Democrats. Those people want everybody to be equal. They want diversity. They want equity, and they want inclusion. Trump supporters want purity. They want purification of the country. I am telling you right now. Listen.
Yeah, purification from the disease-ridden.
You want purification. Let me put it this way. If Trump gets rid of the 14th Amendment, that means all people of color must leave the country. I bet you Trump supporters wouldn't bat an eye. You wouldn't bat an eye. You'd be like, well, Trump was right. Maybe, get out some of the black people, in those cities of Detroit and Jackson, Mississippi. Yeah, they were probably messing and shooting up people and all this kind of. Get them out. Yeah, Trump, go. I guarantee
Emancipation Proclamation. You're such a liar.
No. It's the 14th Amendment. If you get rid of that line, black people can be forced out of
Oh, you're right, Ten. You're right. Hold on. I got a question for you, Ten.
Trump
If
wants
we-
to get black people out of this country, and you are insane if you really think.
If we were to... No, liar!
Go and read the 14th Amendment. That is what is keeping
I'm gonna Google the 14th Amendment and read the whole thing to you right now.
Go read the whole thing.
I got my Constitution pocketbook. Hold on. Let me open it to the 14th.
Did you really just make a claim that Trump really wants to kick out the black community out of the country?
Yo, the man questioned the 14th Amendment, brother.
You know it takes a lot to remove an amendment.
I know. Guys, think. Why would a president who's in office or running for office say, hey, we need to...
Your Trump derangement syndrome's causing me to want to just leave the room.
Red flag, guys.
Green flag. Whatever Ted says is just a hypnosis. He's a liar.
Red flag, guys. Anybody?
Green flag, liar.
Slow down.
You're lying.
Hold on,
I would love to see that.
Go ahead, Brandy.
No, I was asking him if he can like post a link or something where he said that.
No, he's got a fact book in his back pocket. He pulls it out when he needs to cite his facts.
Yeah, I would like to see it too.
Yeah, yes, guys. Wow, you guys are going to be shocked and dismayed. I'm telling you, this is going to be a turning point for black people. Listen, you know what? I should have run for office. I need to visit Kamala Harris.
You should have run for office, but you didn't. Instead, you're citing your Trump derangement syndrome to us on a Sunday afternoon. I should be praying to Jesus. Instead, I'm gracing you with my fucking ear, listening to your bullshit. Go back to Jamaica. I hope if you live in America, we round you up and we deport you.
Listen, Kamala is absent-minded. She is absent-minded. She has so many tools in her chest to destroy this guy, but she forgets them. Oh my God! Sometimes I want to knock her over the head and say, "Yo, girl, what are you doing? Do this." But she doesn't do it. Oh my God! She goes back.
Oh my God.
She has nothing.
Wait, Ken, you say Kamala's absent-minded? Is that what I just heard you say?
Yo, big man, she's absent-minded, yo.
Wow.
She's absent-minded. I'm telling you, dog. I'm telling you. Come on, Kamala. Listen. Hold on. She's smart. She knows her stuff. But damn it, man. She just forgets details, man. Like this.
Like she forgot to go to the border and she forgot to show up as VP for 3 years. She just forgot where she was.
It's like she's drinking Miller High Lifes on the Colbert Show every night.
She needs a teleprompter at Oprah interviews. That's exactly.
No, she forgets that she's an Indian, you know.
She is no. She is a good decider. She knows how to make decisions. You put these 2 things in front of her, or 10 things, she will decide the right way.
She's got great judgment. She's very intelligent.
To be black. Like, she decided to be black now that she's running. She did decide that. You're right.
Oh, she's black.
She's a very good decision maker. You all are underestimating how good of a decision maker the woman is. Truly. She's the greatest decision maker the country's ever had.
She nails people to the wall. She is an attack dog.
She is like a Roman crucifier.
She definitely nailed people. She nails people, all right.
Oh, she
nails people, all right.
Oh, wow.
Willie Brown.
She definitely nails people. That's a great point.
Yeah, well, women have sex, you know. Do you know that? I know.
She also imprisons thousands of young black men for smoking cannabis while laughing about it in their faces. She is a prosecutorial misconducted individual.
There's a lady walking by that with an aspect like
Love is
I think
like
it's going to get.
That's not the point.
Women like sex, right? Come on now. So she can nail anybody she wants. Hey, listen, we wouldn't be complaining when Trump nailed the point star. We were like, hey, yo.
The truth is love, not 10. The truth is love. The truth is love. 10 is not the truth. Love is the truth, and the truth will set you free. 10 is a lie. 10 is a liar. He's a Jamaican red rum. He's a pillow biter. He's a fake. He's a liar.
People in her life, it's okay.
Women love sex. They probably love sex more than us, guys. Did you know this? Come on now.
That's in your fact book?
Gary,
Offensive.
this is what I'm talking about. Let me just say it comes down to my PTR. Everyone just look at my PTR. It just comes down to that atheism, man. I'm telling you.
It's true. It's so true, isn't it?
Matt, you know it's really true, right? It really comes down to atheism. Like, I know there's some atheists who are actually pretty moral and stuff, but like sometimes like you hear people like Gary, and they're like.
But I thought Gary was born again in the blood of Christ.
I am a Christian. Okay.
Yes, Jesus saved this man. It made him even more deranged.
I went to church this morning and I prayed. So please stop that.
Did you pray for Kamala?
I think he's right though. I think the atheism plays a role. I really do. I think I was in a room that was the atheist room. I've never been in such a bad room in my entire life. I'm never stepping foot in there again. Everything that they said stemmed from the fact that they do not believe in any.
She went to the
Yo, you cut out. Come back, baby. Come back.
Yeah, you cut off.
Come back. That was good, Jamal. Yeah, come back, baby.
See, you see what Trump is? The TDS within Ten's brain is a depression. Just like an atheistic depression. He's got a psychological derangement syndrome.
Listen, I am a
Did you say
fighter.
you're a Christian? That's
Yes.
a lie.
I am a Christian. What? I am a Christian.
That's a lie.
Hold on.
That's a lie.
When I was growing up, I went to church on Saturday and Sunday. I went to a religious institution all the way from elementary.
Well, it doesn't make you an intelligent man now, does it? You still got bad TDS. You need to see a therapist.
Gary,
No.
does God tell you this? Gary, does God tell you that your skin color means something? Does God tell you that?
He's a black nationalist.
Does God tell you your skin color means something, Gary?
Hold on. The 11th commandment says you must love
The ultimate roast of Gary, the number 10. Not another flat earth room. Not another flat earth room.
You don't love that neighbor.
He said love your neighbor. Love each other. Right? So I live by that commandment, by the way.
You do? Will you just
Yes,
say
I do.
that?
I
How do you
do.
say that when you? How do you say that when you told your fellow black people, like as you like to say, that if they vote for Trump, then they want to be more white than black?
Okay.
How is that love thy neighbor?
Of course that's love. That is true.
No,
That is true. I don't hate you.
y'all.
Hold on.
So
Do I hate you?
So you can.
Did I say I hate you black people? I hate you because you vote for Trump. No, I didn't say that. I said Joe Biden is correct. You want to be white. That's the reason.
Yeah, you have this notion that white is negative and it's bad, and so therefore you're stop it. This is an atheism, y'all.
Can
Y'all
we
see
go-
what I'm talking about?
Can we go and get a beer, please?
He tried to change it up and say he doesn't hate them, but he will judge them and tell them that, yeah, Joe Biden's right, you want to be white. You want to be something that you're not.
Listen.
Telling someone you want to be something that you're not is insulting them. So don't give me that bullshit.
Why not?
Trump was on Soul Train. You seen Trump on Soul Train?
Fine. Yo, big man, don't change the subject, man. Go on. Listen. Why not? Oh, change the subject.
No, he's not. 10, Hey, what were you saying about Soul Train?
Trump was on Soul Train dancing. That you don't see Joe Biden on nothing.
Sorry, now he runs around telling people he never said that. Because that's what his Jewish religion will tell him now.
I raised that in another room. He said I didn't say that. Unbelievable. He's a liar. And now what are we talking about, yeah? Didn't you say that Israel is the smallest country in the Middle East and it happens to be
And I want to talk.
Do right-wingers consider Mitt Romney a far leftist all of a sudden?
I mean, they did when he ran for, they considered him conservative when he ran for president. I mean, he was a conservative choice in that primary.
Did you hear my question?
What?
Do right-wingers right now consider Mitt Romney a far leftist all of a sudden?
No.
They consider him
They
a
consider him to be establishment.
They do consider, okay, I hear the rhino point, that makes sense, but what I'm asking is very specific.
I would
for a
say
reason. Do they
I would say-
consider him a far leftist all of a sudden?
I would say I could find plenty of MAGA folks that talk about Mitt Romney being on the far left. And I think that's probably probably just a Google search away. So Mitt Romney, John Kasich, Bill Kristol, George Conway.
It's fine. That's fine.
You posted an article. You didn't even know who Dolphin was.
I literally posted proof that he's a conservative. Like, you can win knowing that. That's fine. I don't mind.
I'm just saying.
I don't mind admitting when I don't know things, but I'm trying to prevent you from getting off my question. But that's a very specific point. Hold on.
Hello?
This is a very specific. Wait. There's a very specific point, right? This is one of the things that I think is one of the key differences between the kind of ostracization that does happen on the right and the ostracization that happens on the left. It is way more likely that the leftists are going to consider the betrayer a member of the far right, more so than members of the right are going to consider the betrayer a member of the far left. Now, that it doesn't happen at all is that it's just way more likely in one direction. And I'm wondering if you're honest enough to acknowledge that.
I looked up some quotes for you. So for Donald Trump, he called him a failed politician, and Romney's liberal politics had helped President Obama get elected. Steve Bannon says Mitt Romney is nothing more than a liberal in Republicans' closing. He's always been a globalist and a corporatist. Rush Limbaugh, Mitt Romney is not a conservative. He's not a liberal either. He is certainly closer to a liberal than he is to a conservative. And Coulter said, if Mitt Romney is the nominee, we are doomed. Romney is a liberal Republican. Mike Huckabee.
How about instead of looking shit up online, ask actual Republicans?
Just let him finish. I'm trying to hear.
Mike Huckabee said, I don't know that there's any Republican who runs as liberal as Mitt Romney and still thinks he can be the standard bearer of conservative values. So yes, there's plenty of Republicans that think Mitt Romney is a
So what I'm hearing is no. None of those people were examples of people who considered him a part of the far left. But they did describe him as liberal.
But liberal
They
is
did describe him
considered
as
very.
liberal.
But liberal is considered like a very bad word on the right. Like
No,
Not necessarily. I get
I
described.
acknowledge. Hold on. Just be clear about what I'm saying. I acknowledge the pejorative meaning that they're trying to spew on him, right? That, like, I'm not trying to downplay that, but they don't seem to consider him far left.
yeah, far left.
People like Tulsi Gabbard are being considered far right, though, right? There's a difference, and that's the difference that I want us to be honest about.
So Marjorie Taylor Greene, Mitt Romney is nothing but a weak, pathetic, fake Republican who is helping the radical left. He might as well just join the Democratic Party. So helping the radical left, I mean, I guess that's not close enough to you.
Consider Marjorie Taylor Greene the voice of Republicans.
Can we, Brent?
Yeah.
Can you just try to be honest? Like, to say that he's helping the far left is not the same thing as saying he is a far leftist, right?
I guess no quote's going to be good enough for you, so we'll just drop the off.
No, the quotes are the closest you can get, and they're not bad. I'm not denying that there are people on the right.
Joseph Malinowski
Get so discontent with people who don't pass their right wing purity tests that they associate them with the other side. That happens. I was very clear that happens. But what I'm trying to get us to focus on is a very clear distinction. The way that it manifests itself or tends to manifest itself left going to right is like, you're a full-blown far-right winger now. You're a fascist now. Like, the hyperbole and the extremes are not only way more prominent and dispersed throughout the entire left, but like the liability that most of them are going to say that shit going that direction is way higher than the other direction, which was proven by your inability to give, like, I think one example even with Mitt Romney. Now, maybe you could pick a different figure like Liz Cheney or somebody, and maybe you could find some one-off or several people, maybe not even politicians. Maybe you'd be better off finding people online, because I think that they're more likely to do it than politicians. But, like, that's the point I'm trying to, like, get us to, like, focus on is, like, why is it like that? Why is there this weird, why is one side willing to go that far with it, but the other side not as much? I don't know the answer to that question, but that's what I wanted to ask.
I was happy to...
Oh, go ahead, sir.
So I was happy to read all, 20 Republicans who have been excommunicated. I'm happy to read some more quotes, but if we're going to have a factual conversation, let's have some actual... If we're going to have a factual conversation,
You have
let's
to be
have
back.
it.
I know.
Let's bring out some quotes. And if you're going to use somebody like RFK, who is a Looney Tunes, and people thought he was Looney Tunes back when he was saying that Bush won the election, I don't consider that the same as Mitt Romney. Nor do I think.
You can take him out. I gave you several other people. It doesn't matter. The point I'm making is your stance.
Okay, well,
but some of them are
but I don't
weird.
agree. I don't agree with your. I don't agree with your premise because you haven't shown your premise.
Can I block?
Hold on. No,
Okay.
you can't. You wait. What premise?
Okay.
Your premise is that the left is much more apt to do this and expel them. You haven't actually shown that premise. In fact, quite the opposite as far as evidence that's presented this far. Because I presented meeting more people that have been excommunicated from the MAGA right, and I presented many more people. I mean, the people that you.
How many people? How many people did you have?
20. So the people that you mentioned.
Hold on.
I'm happy. I'm happy.
List 20 people.
Okay, Mitt Romney, John Kasich, Bill Christo, George Conway, Jeff Flake,
still a Republican.
Jeff Flake, David Fromm.
John Kasich's still a Republican. What do you mean he's excommunicated?
He couldn't win election. Like people, would you like me to read some quotes about Jeff Flake?
No,
I'm happy to.
Hold on, wait, just
I'm happy to.
Just pause for a second. Okay. What do you mean by excommunicated? You just mean that they lost their elections? Because
I mean they have no future.
What I'm saying.
They have no future in Republican or conservative politics.
Okay, but how? Okay, so they're
excommunicated
because they have no future in politics in their current party, the parties they used to be in.
Yeah, they are excommunicated. They are. I mean,
but Tulsi Gabbard left and went to the other party.
Tulsi Gabbard was considered
Is that the same as Kasich? Is those are the same?
No, John Kasich was a governor and a legitimate presidential nominee. To compare him to a few-term congressman,
let's just go down to the criteria, because now this is getting weird. Like, what's your criteria for excommunication? I'll just meet your arbitrary definition.
All right. So my criteria for cancellation, is that the question?
Sure.
I would say that your former employment is no longer an information anymore. Like you're going to have to be employed by somebody else or work another type of job.
Employment, okay. Is that it? That's the only criteria?
Yeah, I mean, when we talk about cancellation, I think, I think that's kind of at the core of it.
Okay. So Mitt Romney doesn't work with a certain employer anymore. It's, I guess, germane to the GOP, and that's why he's canceled from the GOP. Like,
I mean, he's canceled.
Just how that applies.
I mean, he's canceled from the GOP because he is, he is now a liberal senator and can't win a primary and knows he will not have any chance to win a primary.
Canceled from the GOP because he brown-nosed, and when he didn't get what he wanted, Brent,
okay, wait, Marshall, I'm not looking for a justification of it. I'm trying to understand Brent's criteria. This will go a lot faster if you're just clear about what you mean, so that I can apply it, bro.
Well, why don't you be clear? What is cancellation criteria for you?
This reversing burden of proof shit. I want to use
it's
your
not reversing. Like, you literally posted an article and you had no clue what the author was.
I don't want to go down this road. I want to use your definition because I know that if I use your definition, you won't switch up later, because that's what I'm trying to avoid. So can we just use your definition? Is that okay with you? Because you're not going to like my definition because it's mine.
All right, well, why don't you give your definition? Maybe we can come to consensus.
So I can't use your definition?
You're happy to, but I would like to hear your definition. What do you consider to be canceled?
Oh my fucking God, bro. This is so fucking annoying, bro. You're just going to be, like, uncooperative on purpose for no reason. I guess. That's how that's going to go. All right, bro. So I don't know why you went to cancellation. You seem to change the subject. I was talking about people that were being ostracized from their political faction. They're, quote unquote, leaving the left or they're leaving the right. was really meant to be broad. Some examples of that I came up with were Tulsi Gabbard. I think she clearly got ostracized from her party. She clearly left the left. She's clearly chummy with the right now. Atticus Berrien is a recent one. Joe Rogan is a recent one. Well, not as recent, but relatively recent. I think Christian Sinema and Joe Manchin are in the process, though it hasn't been fully realized. I guess if you want me to spell out the specified criteria, all that really needs to happen is that whatever their ties to their political faction need to be dissolved. So Tulsi Gabbard was officially a part of the Democrat Party. She used to campaign with them. She used to support them. She ran as a Democrat in 2019 or in the 2020 election. It seems like all of those affiliations have been dissolved. She's no longer a part of the party. She doesn't campaign with them. She's in fact campaigning with the rival party. It seems to satisfy my criteria. Is that clear enough for you? Do you not want to hide your criteria now that you heard mine, or are you going to be evasive still?
I mean, Tulsi Gabbard is one that's always brought up. I mean, she has some very weird
You're going to change the subject?
No, I'm not changing the subject. My point is that before she jumped into national politics.
I'm using an example, but I'm trying to get criteria so we don't have to do this anymore.
My point is the starting point of this. Tulsi Gabbard was never really considered a Democrat.
I know, no true Scotsman. That's what you always do. But bro, just give the criteria so we don't have to do that anymore. I'm trying to avoid this discussion right now. I'm trying to avoid. What?
Yeah.
Just spell out your criteria, bro.
I'm happy with your criteria or mine. So
okay, well, you never even said what yours was, though, bro. So
yeah, I did.
What are we doing right now? Bro, what are you doing right now, bro? I'm literally trying to just adopt your criteria so that we don't have to argue over criteria.
So when we first started, I said the criteria I think cancellation involves something to do with employment. You no longer.
But how does that work with political affiliations? Was Tulsi Gabbard working for the Democrat Party?
I like your definition a little better because cancellation is kind of a weird term because it is loosely defined. So that's fine. My only point was Gabbard is that she's always been seen as kooky. She has a weird association with Hindu nationalists. She met with the Syrian president Assad in 2017.
I know, I heard of the narrative. You don't like Tulsi Gabbard, but
my point is that you can't take that and say, well, that's the same as Mitt Romney. It's not.
I'm not saying she's the same as Mitt Romney. The only thing that makes them similar is that they were ostracized by their respective parties because they didn't toe the party line well enough.
I think
fair?
I think you have to be seen as actually a member in good standing. There's got to be no that's Tulsi. She's a little wacky before all this occurs, which people thought Tulsi was a little wacky before any of this occurred.
Okay, I mean, Marianne Williamson's a little wacky too. I don't know that that's.
She's not a Democrat in good stand. She's not really a member of the club.
Yeah,
okay, but my point is that I don't think that matters. Her getting ostracized by the Democrats still applies, even if she's wacky by whatever your standards. Part of the weirdness of this extra constraint is the very thing that motivates the ostracization is the fact that these people are perceived to deviate too much from whatever the expectations are. So them being wacky is a part of that. No?
I mean, a political party is not going to like members who meet with a Syrian dictator. So,
I understand.
So that's going to be true regardless.
You're just rationalizing.
It's not rationalization. There's a cultural
Hold on.
Just stop.
There's a cultural construct behind this.
You are offering a rationalization or a justification for the ostracization. I'm not interested in that. I remain neutral on that with respect to any instances of this. The only thing that matters as far as I'm concerned is the fact that they were ostracized from their party enough to force them to dissolve their connections with or affiliations with the party. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Or I should say the political or ideological faction. because a lot of these cases are not going to be parties. Like Anna Kasparian wasn't necessarily a part of the Democrat Party in the first place, but she was on the left, and she quote unquote left the left. So I'm really talking about ideological factions more so than parties, but parties are kind of subsumed under that.
Yeah, no, you gotta separate it. I think that's what we're all getting confused on, because like me and Marshall are, I think, on the thing of like there are certain things that happen and do and whatever within the parties and whatever. Like I'm an activist that has a position within the party. I know for a freaking fact that if I do certain things or went to certain things or whatever, to Brent's point, I would not have my position the next time I'm up, right? Like we know that. Yeah, but when you're talking about, wait 1 second. When you're talking about some of the people that you listed, some of them have not been excommunicated from the party, but have been excommunicated or talked about among like really leftist voters or people who want things to change within the party, but they're not actually changing within the party. So I think these are all like separate conversations and stuff. And I do think what they've done prior to this point.
Parties are ideological factions too. Right?
Yes and
so
no.
I care about the ideological factions more than the parties. Parties are a proxy for the ideological faction.
No, I would not say so.
Yes, they are.
So, no, I wouldn't say so because the fact that
they are.
But they're not though, because the ideology, the ideology within the parties are vast as fuck depending on the state, right? And then the people who want things to change within the parties usually aren't even part of the party.
That's why they're proxies.
But they're not part of the party. A lot of the loudest people among saying someone should be kicked out of the party, a lot of them aren't part of the party.
Okay, but there are ideological parameters for the parties too, which is why if you deviate too much from those parameters, you're liable to be ostracized in the way that we're describing. That's the point I'm making.
I mean,
this is one of the reasons why so many progressives can't stand Christian Cinema and Joe Manchin, is because they feel that they deviate too much from certain ideological parameters that they foisted on their expectations for Democrats, or what they think the Democrat Party should be, right? Like and by the way, there's not even universal agreement among people who are progressives on what that exactly looks like, which I want to allow for, because that's the kind of thing we're talking about, bro. Like when we're talking about these things, there's going to be an irreducible ambiguity. I'm trying to account for it, but I'm also trying to be as accurate as possible despite that. And I don't feel like it's that controversial to point out that like political parties are proxies for ideological factions.
So, but also those two voted. I'll put it in a side. Those two voted in a way that was against the majority of the Democratic ideology.
No, which is why they got ostracized. That's part of the motivation for.
But they're going against the job of the people.
But also, hold on. There's also a very interesting point of her career. She resigned from DNC to support Bernie Sanders, which is considered a little bit left of the Democratic Party. You cannot kind of like pass that fact either. So she was maybe an oddball, but oddball to the left. And like her hard switch was after 2017. Up to that point, she was, on the Democratic Party or left of the Democratic Party.
Who are you talking about? Who are you?
What's that? She was Gabbard, Tutsi Gabbard.
Oh yeah, because I was gonna say she said that she was put on the terrorist list. Are you guys aware that she said that people in the Democrats placed her on the terrorist list?
I mean,
guys, just rein in a little bit, okay? Like, I don't know why this is always so hard. Do you guys have any idea what ideologies are? Do you guys know what those are? Like, does anybody need a definition?
No, but I can go quickly put one in the chat, Black.
Feel free. Just for anybody who doesn't know what that is, do I need to define that, or does everybody? I'm assuming everybody knows what that is.
Invents algebra and Arabic numerals.
Are we good?
Yeah. So the next time you do math, remember to thank Al-Khwarizmi that you're not using an abacus to do Roman numerals. Al-Khwarizmi creates an abacus. He's so advanced, he invents algorithms. 1,200 years ago.
Here's a quick definition.
In fact,
ideology can be defined as a system of ideas and ideals, especially one which forms the basis of economic and political theory and policy. So the key to me would be the system of ideas or ideals. I would translate that to principles, but if that's too heady of a word, just put system of ideas and ideals. And in this case, we're talking about political ideology. So a system of ideas or ideals pertaining to politics. How should our society be run? What does justice look like? How should a legal system work? What laws should we advocate for or against? Those are the kinds of things that are in the purview of ideology, and your ideology would inform answers to those kinds of questions. Is that a simple enough functional definition?
Yes, Black. And the thing is that I think it's really good to because people sometimes will act like they know things, not to like look stupid, but it's important to know the definition of these things, because what happens is the really sinister type people, like the people that mean harm, will play with these definitions. I'll give you an example. We all know that there is racism, right? And we know that, of course, police can be racist, but we also know that Putin.
She's so stupid.
I'll give it to him.
Just a coward.
I will give him that if he pays me. That costs money.
Because you're a coward.
These cowards. If I'm such a coward, El Normo lives in my neighborhood. Why doesn't he want to meet me? I offered him to go in any cafe, at any time. I will meet him face to face. You Zionists are cowards. You'll never meet me face to face. You know why? You know I'll knock your teeth out your mouth.
Well, it sounds like a great opportunity to meet you at a coffee shop because you want to knock your teeth out. Wow, what an exciting invitational offer. Yeah.
Dude, so you watched that little short?
Yeah.
You and I were literally having this conversation yesterday.
What were
about the guy that invented algebra, the guy from Iraq.
No, that wasn't me.
Yeah, you and I were talking about it.
Well, you must have brought it up because I had never heard of that.
Well, we were. Remember, I told you that try to do Roman numerals. I said subtract 251 from 153 in Roman numerals. I said break out your abacus.
Mm-hmm.
But I literally said that yesterday to you, and then it shows up in my fucking news or my feeds on my shorts. Like, I want to know who the fuck's listening to us. Because I was talking with somebody the other day about
yeah,
WD-40, and they didn't know what that water displacement formula number 40.
Yeah.
And dude, and then yesterday, it showed up in my news feed yesterday about how water displacement number formula 40 came out, and I'm like, dude, every time I say something, it seems like there's a video that comes out a day or two later in my feed about what I was just talking about.
Yeah, YouTube, it says that it has access to your mic, so everything you say, I mean, if the app is running, it's gathering keywords to essentially deliver you ads. So if right now my chair is really squeaky, and what I really need to buy right now is WD-40. I need WD-40 for my chair, but I'm not sure if WD-40 is the right solvent of grease to make my chair stop squeaking. I wonder if I need WD-40.
Well, you know that WD-40 is just fish oil with a perfume in it, right?
It doesn't matter. I need the WD-40 for my chair.
Well, they invented it. The Rocket Chemical Company, which became WD-40. They were developing a water displacement in order to keep rockets shiny. You'd spray it down, and then they made the water displacement formula number 40, which is literally just fish oil with a perfume in it, because fish oil stinks. But fish oil is one of the best lubricants there are. Vegetable oil ain't in the far cry behind it. So if you got some vegetable oil, put that on your chair.
the problem?
It's literally just a lubricant.
Well, I know a woman, she's got some lubricant in between her legs.
Yeah, it probably smells like smegma.
Yeah, you could say
no, I was just tripping balls when I saw that, and I sent that to you, because I was like, I was literally just talking to him about that fucking whole thing with algebra.
Isn't it amazing that that was the Roman way that they would pronounce his name? They would say algorithm.
Yeah, man. But yeah, there is nothing new under the sun, bro.
Yeah, ain't nothing new. I mean, it's amazing. Clown House is amazing because when you go to the bar and you meet, a lot of people, they've never had as many conversations as you've had. So, they're really stupid. And you're like, great conversation. I'm going to go to the next clubhouse room. Like, this is horribly boring. There's just a lot of fucking retards out there. That's the truth.
Facts. But yeah, man, you doing alright today?
Yeah, all is well. All is well.
Cool.
Another glorious
Yeah,
day.
I saw that and it literally made me think of you. I was like, holy shit, I was just talking with him about that.
So I went to the strip club last night, and
Again?
well, the first time in a couple months, and so I had these business cards with me, and it says onlyfansvid.com on there. Call 312-498-0517. So I get 2 dances last night with these 2 really hot chicks, and then like 20 minutes later, I'm sitting there drinking a ginger ale, and this giant bouncer comes up to me. He says, "Sir, please stand up. I need to escort you out. You have to leave." I was like, "Okay." So I said, "What was the problem?" He goes, "Apparently you said something to one of the dancers and they didn't like it, so they reported it to the manager, and now I have to ask you to leave." I was like, "Really?" I was like, "Okay." And I was like, "God damn, this is just like Clubhouse." I was like, I got sent to the goo, or I got kicked from the room for saying something, and
we're not saying you can't come back. You just can't come back tonight.
that's exactly what they said. So I was like, okay, I was like, is life just Clown House? Like, every job, every relationship has just been a Clubhouse experience.
Yeah, man. Dude, how true. How fucking true. Man. Damn. Well, what do the chicks look like?
Oh my God. Like, professional dancers to the highest.
Hot.
Yeah, just insanely beautiful. Just like real professional dancers. Like, and I would say to this girl, I was like, good God, when are you going to get to the Olympics? She's like, my dream as a kid was to be in the Olympics. I was like, God damn, you're talking race stallions, like just incredibly beautiful women.
Oh man, it reminds me of being in Poland.
Yeah, it's just so beautiful.
Dude, you want to find the hottest European chicks in all of Europe? Go to Poland, dude. They're all blonde and they're all taller than me. Like, for real. I love it.
Yeah.
Polish chicks are hot, dude.
Yeah, I gotta get a passport and like try to travel before I pop this bankruptcy.
Yeah, well, I mean, burn it down, burn the house down, burning down the house.
And another one goes, and another one does. Well, so what are you doing the rest of the day?
Well, I get to you, another one bites the dust. Hey, don't even start talking about Freddie Mercury now.
Yeah, I got a picture of him. It's a really cool poster.
Like, if you ask me who my favorite, like, vocalist of music, all
yeah,
it would be Freddie.
I agree. I gotta send you this picture. Because he really was the king. Like, he made the band. Like, his voice was the whole thing.
His voice was an instrument all unto itself, and the man could kill any instrument he touched.
Yeah, you're gonna like this picture. It's a great picture. It's a fucking really cool picture.
And I don't hate the fact that he was Lebanese.
Yeah, check out that picture. It's fucking awesome.
Where am I checking the picture at?
Text message.
I'm in the text messages.
It might not. It might come through in a minute. I don't know. Maybe
there
if you're
it
on
is.
the phone.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Cool poster, right? $10.
how do you fucking go wrong with that? You know, especially with the Ukrainian flag background. Actually, it doesn't. It does match the color palette, you know, for the picture.
Doesn't it?
I like that pic. That's a cool fucking pic. That was a young Freddie Mercury right there.
Yeah, I love it. I love the plushness of it. Like, you know, very
$10
rich.
though, that's like you feel like you robbed a museum.
I know. I was like, man, I could resell this thing for $100. I was like, if I signed it and like put it on eBay with all these fake signatures, you could probably sell that fucking thing for like $2,000. Who's gonna verify it? Some fucking Freddie Mercury signature verifier?
There's signature companies that you can go to, and they have these like machines that have like, you know, instead of it has a
Historical.
pen as a printer, and they license the signature, so you can have a Freddie Mercury autograph
Whoa.
done by a machine, but it's an authentic, you know, Freddie Mercury, you know, autograph.
That's funny.
And you can have it certified.
That's amazing.
Because that's what people do. They'll go take a really nice picture of, like, you know, say President Trump, and then Trump has his signature.
Yeah.
You know, and they licensed his ability to sign his signature with a computer, and like you could get that put on a plaque, and then the picture of him, and then you could sell an autographed picture of Trump. Like, there's a lot of shit you can do to do some funky business. I mean, just depends on how much you want to pay to fucking do it, though. But,
Yeah.
well, right on, man. I was just fucking calling you, fucking, you know, shoot the shit, say hey, see what's going on.
Yeah, I'm on Clubhouse. I'm chatting on there. If you want to hop on there, I'll talk to you on there too.
I've been on there all day, but I've pissed a lot of people off and, you know, dropped a hard R all over the place.
Oh, you just gotta go with the N word now. It's the best way to live your life.
Well, I mean, I'm bringing it back. I'm bringing the hard R back.
Well, don't bring it back on my YouTube channel. Just only privately.
Yeah, well, I don't even go on your YouTube.
No, I mean, every time you call me or we talk, I'm always live streaming.
Well, I mean, I got that from our yesterday's conversation, so I won't do that. That's why I said the hard R and didn't actually drop the bomb.
Yeah. Let it be a surprise. They don't even know we're talking about Nostradamus.
I was talking about Rasputin, but whatever. That's what I mean by the hard R.
Okay, I'll talk to you soon.
All right, man, later.
Okay, bye.
Asshole. And case in point, for those of you on the TikToks, Maxwell the cat, who is a fucking menace. Somebody like put a GoPro, I don't know how they attached it to the cat, and the cat goes out, and this cat is a menace to society. It tortures other cats. It's just like, if you don't know who Maxwell is, and you have a cat,
Is it TikTok?
keep your cat away. Yeah, it's on
Maxwell
TikTok.
the cat? Let me look.
Yeah.
I just don't remember Elon as being an asshole, but I'll trust you on that, Shoki.
He hung out with
You don't
people.
remember the Zoom call that was 2 years ago? No, I don't. I've never been on it. I begged to have Zoom calls with people on Clubhouse, but no one ever wants
But to be fair, know about the Zoom call either, though, Shuki. Like, I didn't hear about it until
Because you came way after that, and trust me, it was the talk of the month.
But also,
not just 1 month.
I didn't know about that Zoom call, but I did know that Elon was a huge asshole on this app.
Yeah, we didn't even need the Zoom call. He was an asshole from day one. Like, you could go in a room, and it's like, who's this asshole?
Well, wait, who was the redhead chick?
He takes really good care of his grandmother.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, but the thing is...
in the same bed.
Wait, are you talking about,
Roop? No, not her. There
The
was
thing
this...
is that you would make you think that, like, he was bullied on the app and that, like, for him, but there was something really wrong with him. Like, he was extremely deranged.
He's always trying to find a girlfriend, which...
Yeah.
David, you followed that camp too, right?
He's only slightly deranged, not extremely.
Okay, well...
I love that.
No, it was that woman from Boston who lived in Boston, moved to Colorado. What was her name? She was... I tried to be nice to her, but she... Oh my God, what's her name? She had a deep
well of knowledge of Jewish thought. She was disabled. She said something. I can't remember her name. Oh,
Any which way, it doesn't matter because he's not going to show up anyway.
yeah. But Billy will show you a good time.
We missed your calls, Jakob.
When? What do you mean you missed my call?
To the radio show.
Oh, yeah. The last one was 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I didn't. Thursday, I was a little preoccupied. I tried.
What was it? I appreciate that. Good.
So, Billy, do you think, we were talking about this before you showed up, do you think Joe Biden is doing all he can to hand gifts to Trump?
What do you mean?
Let's see. Red hat, or wearing the MAGA hat, saying at a press conference that VP Harris was by his side with every decision and they think alike, as she was, trying to distance herself, and then today approving the sending of the THAAD missile system to Israel with American ground troops to run it.
Yeah, that's not going to make Michigan happy.
Yeah, not going to go over well with
What do you think, Jakob?
I think
he's definitely
he and his wife were pissed for. No, I know. I think he was pissed, and this is the only way he can get retribution is to. I think the first thing he did was to say, "Hey, I endorse Harris." The Democratic establishment did not want. They wanted an open convention, and then he's like, "Hey, nope, she's the one." So that was the first FU to the party. Now it's FU to her and to the Democrats.
And everyone here is trying to be interested in retribution and revenge. That's where Trump
I think it's a human nature.
Yeah, but he's not helping her.
He's not towing the party line. That's a good point. I just focus on the things that he's doing that really seem
ask you something?
a bit difficult to understand.
You had one shot, one opportunity to seize everything.
Yeah, every time she's like trying to gain ground or like get her head above water, like it seems like he's pushing her down just a little bit. Or pulling her life raft away from her, kind of thing.
His wife is very mad. I think she's right.
Yeah, Dr. Joe Biden, you're actually very upset. That's for sure.
Somebody took the glory under her feet.
I mean, she wanted to cover a vote, not Kamala Harris.
There's somebody down here. Thank you very much, Linda. Have a good night. You guys are on legal.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm interested to see what the polling looks like on Monday and Tuesday, but I mean, it doesn't look good.
Well, go to Poly Market.
Nice to meet you, Linda. Please
He's
stop
up by
removing
quite a lot.
Facebook comments that you disagree with.
Yeah, but I'm waiting for the local news. So.
Yeah, there was one yesterday that I thought that was saying. Yeah, he's 54-46.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, what is he doing in, like, he's gonna do that Madison Square Garden thing. I don't know when that's gonna happen, but it's like, why is he doing that? But, like, I remember
the congressman whose district that is, that they have to cancel it because it's a threat to the local area.
Yeah, did he like, compare it to, like, Nazis, probably, right?
Yeah, I don't know if he did, or I think
I know that somebody did, some congressperson did. But yeah, like before Biden stepped aside, like New Jersey was missing single digits. Biden Trump, and like
I voted the last gubernatorial election in New Jersey, and it was within the margin of error that Murphy, the Democrat, won against the Republican, who's a new guy. So it's not without the the realm of possibility that New Jersey can go red. So I get why he's trying to make his himself known in the tri-state area, because obviously I don't think New York is going to go red, but
yeah, here's why I think it's difficult. I don't look at the polls. I look at the best indicator is the state of the economy. And a survey released yesterday. No, sorry, October 13th. 59% of people in ABC News, Ipsos poll, they do a pretty good job. So the state of the economy is getting worse. I don't know of I'll call her the incumbent, for lack of a better term. An incumbent who won with the people feeling that bad about the economy.
that's why, when you said, it's not beyond the realm of possibility that the fact that Biden is pushing her towards him and equating her to his time as president, because if people are negative about the economy, the worst thing you want to do as a presidential nominee is be representative in that negative economy, So the fact that he keeps saying they're together and they debate, that's not good for her. She wants to separate that.
So explain to me how the president controls the economy. As far as I can tell, let me get to that. We have the best economy in the world. We have less inflation than anywhere else. There are places with 50 and 100% inflation. So how is the president's call that people got greedy, that the oil companies and the food companies are making the biggest profits they've ever made? How is that on the president? Well, I agree that it's not the president's fault, but it has to play something. He's in charge for lack of a better situation. Right. Yeah, so it's all the levels of the economy, and then let's the really stupid people make the wrong people with a problem.
Yeah. So in September.
Yeah, but you can't vote out the whole industry. You can't vote out, Google. That's absolutely right.
That stops here.
Here's also the problem. You cannot inject that kind of money that I arguably had to recover from COVID, but you cannot inject that kind of money and not have inflation. We just one at a time. Hold on a minute. The problem is, this is past administrations, but I am telling you, the people now are going to look at whoever the sitting president is, rightly or wrongly. But when you blame food companies for inflation, you are using your ass instead of your head, because that is not the case.
That's the losing argument.
It is a complete losing argument. When you talk,
they have the better profits than they've ever had. How is it not about what the Americans
because it misses a lot of things. People stayed home more now to eat during COVID. Stop it. You're done. Stop. Anyway, look up what the profit market is for grocery stores. It's not what.
Grocery stores work at a very thin profit. We're not talking about the grocery stores. We're talking about the manufacturers of the food that these grocery stores work at a 30-40.
What's up? Well, I'm actually looking in the city. I supply all the groceries to
the supermarket. That's just the supermarket business. If we had 30%,
That's what he was talking about with price controls on grocery stores. You want to talk about what will happen? More scarcity will be the end result.
Well, first of all, you have to understand that even higher for folks about the
Look at the profit margin, the net profit margin of April, other U.S. Publicly traded grocery store chains, purely grocery store chains, they are not 30%.
By the way, stock market is an all-time high.
That's right.
It doesn't pay people's food bills. That's great. That's all polluting market.
Yeah, Billy, you're right. But the problem is, like, if you talk to, like, Joe Snow, the last thing you want to hear is, like, South doing well.
You're right.
And you know what? We're doing better than Europe. You know,
it doesn't help. It doesn't help.
exactly.
You're right.
That's weird because
And most Americans barely are invested in the stock market.
last night I was in
Well, most Americans are, but they don't know it because they're involved in their pension.
401k.
Yeah, only 10% of the population is pension stated.
Or 401k.
Sorry, yeah.
401k is up.
Liz, go ahead.
because I had like because I was in a room last night where I was asking financially better off than I was 4 years ago. And yeah, my investment.
You were in the minority then.
Who's in charge today? Who's in charge today?
Only 10% of Americans are involved in the stock.
Looks like you got a little bit of a shorty problem going on. Well, they can't be down there.
Financially better off than
They are not.
How are you going to get them out?
They are better off. The average American can't pay their bills. They're not. Their 401k isn't paying their bills. They're borrowing from their 401k.
Yeah, it is time to raise the minimum wage.
How's that going to help? Wait, minimum wage, like we're talking about people who are making decent money. They're not making minimum wage. That wouldn't even impact them.
Oh, we're talking about oil there.
I'm telling you, what I'm telling you is people making $100,000 with a family of 5, minimum wage doesn't do shit for them. They make over minimum wage. That isn't going to make a difference.
It depends where that person lives. If you live in New York or California, it's
Raising the minimum wage puts a block into the market economy. Look at what's happening in California when they raise the minimum wage for restaurant workers. You know, they're closed. Yeah, they're closing left and right because nothing wrong with that. So wait, you want to hold on, you want to raise the minimum wage, and the result will be that employees will employ less people.
No, they'll get better jobs. I don't mind seeing piece of shit restaurateurs who don't want to pay a decent wage to people go out of business. I'm trying to
Minimum wage. Nobody pays minimum wage.
All I know is Congress keeps giving themselves raises.
Donuts, they make $20 an hour. $20 an hour for fucking donuts.
They leave without raising money for FEMA.
I'm sorry, donuts is not a job. That's a job. That's not a career.
Congress can actually not give themselves a raise constitutionally. It applies to the next Congress.
And they all intend to be there. You ever notice you can't get rid of a congressman? You can't vote one
I just wanted to correct you.
They choose their voters. We don't get to choose them.
That's
It's called gerrymandering. But we also have the benefits of incumbents. I was like, oh, I know that person. Okay, I'll vote for them.
I guess I've got the floor.
Billy, you know what? I was actually surprised to learn how many people actually.
And you knew that they were going to drag your daughters into a soccer stadium.
The stuff below it.
And you could just.
I was surprised, how many. I obviously did everything, but I was surprised to learn how many people actually don't pick the other down ballot.
Oh, I mostly vote down ballot because
That's kind of sad. That's kind of sad though. Like people don't understand that.
Yeah,
really, politics are local. I mean, that's where your impact.
My politically friends, they understand it, but people who, my friends who are not really involved in politics, they just pick the president and that's it.
In California,
I was surprised to learn that.
In California, you have really propositions. And the way they're written, you can't tell whether it's yes or no is the right way to go.
I know,
Maybe I cut you the throat.
Do they have like in New Jersey, they rewrite it to make it sound more
well, they send out a voter information ballot, so you can then keep arguments on either side. That's what it helps you do.
So it's a copy and paste it into ChatGPT and ask it to summarize it.
So what I do is is it like raise taxes? Yes. If it's not going to raise taxes, go ahead. If it's going to raise taxes,
I don't mind paying taxes for things like, for example, we built a new library in my area.
I think you'd agree the Greek town belongs
to us.
libraries.
Yeah, at least human beings, older people.
There's people don't build light. But rather, there's people who don't have a lot of money
People are giving out laptops nowadays. Are you fucking joking me? After this COVID shit, you don't have many trustees. They're all some sort of corporate.
Well, those are Chromebooks.
I actually don't mind paying taxes either. I don't mind paying taxes either. But what I don't appreciate is the waste in government that we never talk about where we're cutting. We only talk about, no, listen, I'm talking about middle class and poor people cannot get any more tax. Like they are fucking at the breaking point. We have at this point.
And in California, they want to pay. They want to pay a sugar tax, and that just hits the poor people. That's crazy.
Of course it does. It is just ridiculous. And to me, if you're trying to help the average American, they cannot afford more taxes. We are already, and this is a Republican problem and a Democrat problem. All we think about is throwing more money at it, but the problem is the average American is not seeing the benefit of that.
I don't mind paying taxes for schools, for example. I don't have kids, but I'm happy to pay a tax to help the schools be better.
Yeah.
I think America is too fat. We need a sugar tax.
Actually,
that isn't going to do shit.
Is the first year where obesity has actually declined. I think it's the Ozempic phenomenon.
By the way, did you know that we pay 15
how much is Ozempic?
In America, listen to this. In America, we pay 15 times what people in Europe pay. Europe's not, suffering, but that's how we get screwed in America by our drug companies. 15-10.
Well, Billy, the problem is it's very, very, very complicated. But basically, our pharmaceutical companies invent the drugs, and the Europeans take it basically. So it's expensive for us because these companies that are
we do all the research.
Our Congress is screwing us. Our Congress.
No, that's not the only reason. But he is right. We do also do the research and development here, which is expensive, and then they get the benefit of it. That's essentially how it works.
Why is that? Why don't we?
Because we innovate.
They insist on paying the exact same thing Europe pays.
Well, I'll tell you why. Because we innovate, and they take our innovation. That is the truth.
Right. So their generics don't have to pay for the innovation that Pfizer, or Moderna, or Johnson & Johnson, or any of those companies, Novo Nordisk, even though that's a European company. But
Congress made a rule that we can't negotiate prices with pharmaceutical companies for Medicare.
Right, because it's not fair.
That's crazy. You're being screwed by your Congress. One of the guys who led that immediately went to work at a $2 million salary with Congress, and he went to work for the drug companies.
Yeah, but the lobbying bullshit's a whole other thing, yeah.
You can't have an open market in the pharmaceutical industry if the government is involved, because then it's no longer open.
Mark Cuban is doing a thing where he's
doing a great thing. Yeah, absolutely.
Much cheaper. It's a really good thing.
But he's working on generics though, so that
Well, what's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that, but it's.
Yeah, but that doesn't address research and development.
Correct.
We in America can insist that the research and development costs get spread over everyone who buys the drug. That's simple.
That is how that works.
Yeah, that's why the drugs are expensive in the beginning, and they get cheaper as it goes along, because it's expensive to make.
As it gets out there and generics are developed, and then it gets cheaper. But in the beginning, it's expensive. Like you have a new drug, it is expensive, and certain drugs are constantly being reformulated. That's expensive. I mean, it is complicated. This isn't a simple thing, and it's not the same as it is in Europe. We do things differently here because even like machinery or equipment that is used, it's always cutting edge here. There's a machine here called ECMO, okay? We have it in every major city, every major hospital in the United States. At the time my son was born and we needed that, and this is just one example, it's a heart-lung bypass. There were 3 in all of Canada. 3 total. If your baby had what my kid had, your kid was going to die unless you happen to live in Toronto or one of the major cities that had it. And you could get on it.
I'm not sure that that's true, that there's only 3.
Honey, I said when my son was born. That was 28 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, that's different now. But what I'm saying is we are the cutting edge, and every major city, every major hospital, people expect and get, because we pay so much, I mean, you get high-end equipment, the high-end drugs, and you don't wait for that here. I mean, people, but you should. If I go to Canada, I'm not going to get the same level of care, period. But it's cheaper. So I know you got to make a choice. What is it going to be?
It's free but horrible. I'd rather pay.
Yeah, look at the
And,
NHS.
and the funny part is, when people say free, we pay a stupid ton of taxes for it.
Yeah,
and it's horrible.
But Rafi, you say that you'd rather pay,
Yes.
but you don't look at things like if you were hospitalized for days on end.
I
that you will financially ruin yourself.
So then have a tier system. Allow me to pay to use different services. If you're older, you can go for the free healthcare. But if you're younger, make a different tier system, let them pay, skip the I don't need to go to a hospital and wait fucking 8 to 10 hours in the emergency room. What kind of fucking emergency is this? For 10 hours to wait.
Yeah, that was the problem with the ACA, where they forced everyone in America to have some type of health coverage, whether it's government provided or private.
For your own good, David.
Yeah, but
well, it is to your own good until you get your taxes done and you realize, oh, now they want the money back because you make more or you've made more in that year. You're going to get a surprise on your taxes. The ACA isn't all it's cracked up to be. And if anybody's had to use it, you know what I'm talking about.
So I went from paying $200 a month to now paying $900 a month for the same exact insurance plan, and my taxes went up in the meantime.
Do you feel $700
every time I file my taxes, I have to show proof that I have insurance. Otherwise, I get fined. It's so stupid.
Do you feel $700 safer?
No, I don't.
If I had my choice, I wouldn't not even have it. I would be like the lowest plan possible because of like.
What do you mean if you have a choice? You have a choice. Everyone has a choice. Just don't have a choice.
I don't have a choice.
Why not?
Because I don't. Because if I don't have insurance, then I have to get on the ACA, and I don't want to do that. And if I did do that, then yeah, it would be cheaper. But I don't want to rely on the government to dictify or, determine my health care. I don't want to do that.
Why not just go cash?
Listen, when you're older, you have
You don't have that. That's not an option.
As I said, there should be tier systems. If you're younger, you can opt in to pay to get quicker, because usually you're fucking coming in with fevers, bullshit fucking things. Not as often, yes.
You want them to innovate and incentivize the young healthy.
I mean, what a damn insurance is. Young people who don't need it buy insurance, and then when we're old and are going to use it all, then the government has to pay for it all? I'm telling you, they really got themselves a great deal.
So if I don't want insurance, I don't have to have it, but the problem is you have to pay a fine for not having it.
No, you just have to report that you have it.
But children need it too.
If I don't want it, if I choose not to do any plan, I choose not to apply for
I think they did away with that fine, actually.
Yeah, the fine was unconstitutional. But
Hi, Shlomo.
Hey.
Hello.
Shlomo, how's your health plan? Shlomo?
What? My health plan?
Yeah, they should just offer insurance rolled in with your gym membership.
The answer to that question is fuck you. None of your business.
He told you he doesn't have insurance.
I do.
Yeah, when your baby gets born, it's like, what health plan would you like your baby to have?
Dude, I don't fucking know. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Get off my balls, dude.
They like your balls.
Why is somebody on your balls? Why is another man on your balls?
Trump and Carl.
I don't know. That's the question I'm trying to ask here on Clubhouse.
Stop breaking my balls, man.
Stop with my balls.
What?
Don't mess with my balls.
No, I was looking at the room title. Is it on?
Yes, the room title is on.
I
last night, like between 2 in the morning, I wasn't sleeping. I was playing till like fucking, I don't know, 9 a.m. Rockets were fucking flying in like crazy into Israel.
Oh man.
I was getting the red alerts.
I meant the Revenge. Is it on yet, or I haven't seen anything?
No, because 67 Israelis were injured today.
Yeah, I know about that.
Revenge is a dish that deserves cold.
You know, I'm going to quote you on that.
And that's exactly how we want them cold.
Right now, they're paranoid,
In the ground.
afraid. Let's keep them that way until we actually decide to attack.
I always thought Revenge is a dish best served parve, so it can come at any time.
Well, it's also good the next day.
Yeah.
Cold, you know?
Yep.
I believe that people are advocating, you know, I said it earlier, I saw an editorial advocating regime change in Iran. So this is an extreme version of a possible revenge. You know, it's easier said than done, but I have seen people, I've begun to see editorials advocating for that.
It's about freaking time.
We'll see.
I thought we were going to strike during Yom Kippur. I really did.
Me too, I thought that.
Yeah.
But if that was too predictable, then
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Somebody said they're supposed to launch the laser by the end of the year. Is that true? Anybody knows? Yo.
I heard the same thing last year. I don't know.
They said 25, but now they're rushing it because Israel's having an issue with the ballistics.
Ah.
What's up, Yermi?
Yummy.
Why so quiet? The quiet before the storm?
I'm so hungry.
I'm hungry too. I'll go get a burrito. I don't know why.
What's up, people?
What's popping?
Just for a drive.
You're a little far from your mic.
You sound like a shortwave radio.
I know. I'm in my earbuds.
I thought you're stealing Bill Lee's position on the radio show.
Ah.
Rafi, what's this PTR?
It's me, back home. When I used to have hair. Aren't I sexy?
It's you plus 100 pounds, Rafi.
What do you mean? It was my Valentine's Day picture.
Well, because you're much slimmer now, and you don't have hair. I'm guessing either it's someone else or it's a really long time ago and you started doing cocaine.
Yeah, and that teddy bear is no longer here with us.
Obviously.
Did the teddy bear have a name?
His name was Teddy.
The bear.
The bear.
So I never had a Teddy Ruxpin, but I was jealous of somebody who had a Teddy Ruxpin.
Those were terrifying.
Yes.
Yeah. Didn't have a Teddy Ruxpin, but I did watch Child's Play a lot, so that kind of counts.
That movie sucked. It wasn't scary at all, and
I was scared as a kid. I remember.
I think it was better after the first one, after it got its footing.
Yeah, I watched it as an adult, like a year ago, and I was like, If any adult watched this and got scared, I've lost respect for them.
Yeah, no, no. Here's the thing: you watched it as an adult in 2024 with like gory horror movies being like the norm. If you saw that shit in like 88 or 90, whenever it came out, we hadn't seen anything like that before, or except for a trilogy of.
I remember the only scene that scared me, and it's like etched in my brain, is when he had his Chucky like had the kid, and he was like talking in this weird language, right? And he was like trying to possess him. That part like sticks in my head.
I'm like way more freaked out anytime I go on Twitter and like see Elon Musk speak. He reminds me a lot of Chucky.
He does remind me of Chucky. This is the end, Brett.
Heidi ho!
How about the movie Chad with Mark Wahlberg?
I don't know.
Isn't that called Chad?
Ted.
With the stoner.
Oh yeah, Ted, not Chad. Ted. Yeah.
It should have been called Chad. I didn't see it.
Like I think the only scary movie that Wahlberg did was Fear, right? Where he was like the obsessive boyfriend.
I mean, definitely that one. I don't know if he had others.
And that was with was it with the Spoon? I think she was the.
I thought that
girl?
was Silverstein.
Was it
I thought it
Silverstein?
was the Clueless chick.
Might have been, yeah. But like, I think that's the only horror movie he ever did.
I think he was in The Happening.
But he wasn't the antagonist, though.
He was the star, though.
That is true. Yes. The same thing with what's that movie with where the trees were coming alive and killing people?
Harry Potter.
No, the M. Night Shyamalan movie.
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
I think the last movie that legit really freaked me out was that Midsommar movie. Like there was something about it where I was a little embarrassed. I was like, I'm a grown ass man, like coming home from the theater, like yeah, I'm a little on edge for an hour or two.
I feel okay, Shlomo. This is not a slur against you or you, El.
Well, then I'm not interested.
But I feel like Midsommar was white people figuring out that white people are scary. Like I knew that.
Love it. Yeah. There was something about that freaking movie. It was just like, oh, it just got under my goddamn skin.
Yeah, I saw this and I was like, yeah, that seems about right. Set people on fire alive. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, right.
I think the last movie that really like it got in my head was The Babadook.
I never saw it.
Okay, have you ever just like turned off the lights and like looked up and there was like I don't know a jacket on your door and it looked crazy like when you turned the lights off like it was something in the room with you?
Yeah, especially
That's
when I was
the
like
entire
young, like really little. Yeah.
yeah, that's the entire Babadook, and except there was something in the room with.
Yeah, I can't think of like the last movie where I actually was scared or jumped in my seat.
But I would say the best vampire movie in the last 25 years was 30 Days of Night.
Like, I know it's not supposed to be scary, but Renfield, I thought it was a great movie. It's hilarious with Nicolas Cage.
What about Wolf of Wall Street? Does anybody find capitalism scary?
You know what? I'm a former investment banker here, and I knew those assholes.
I mean, what they did with the little person was not okay.
But they did. At the time, it was okay. That's the problem.
What are you talking about?
Wolf of Wall Street.
Slavery.
Yeah, that too.
And was, who's the fat guy? What's his name again? I forget his name. actor?
Super bad.
Yeah, that guy. So, was he meant to be Jewish or no?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Well, they never. Did they ever say it? I don't know. But
I am sure that whoever his character was based off of was Jewish. Or conglomeration Jew.
Which movie?
Wolf of Wall Street.
based on a true story.
Yeah, and are you talking about what's the actor?
Jonah Hill.
Yeah, Jonah Hill. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, when I, 500 years ago when I worked in investment banking, we were meeting barbarians at the gate, and, about how those dudes were fucking over everybody in that town and all the crazy parties. It was aspirations.
Did you work in New York at the time, or no?
I worked in LA, but I had to go to New York a whole lot.
Can I ask what firm, or you don't want to say?
I don't want to say, but 277 Park.
277 Park Avenue. Okay. Not that I know. That's not bad. I thought Park Avenue is more like the uptown advertising marketing crew.
Yeah, but this was 500 years ago. When
That's been like.
I'm a vampire.
Like, what's that? I knew
That used to
all
be
the ad
JP
companies
Morgan
were.
Faces headquarters. I think it still is.
Yeah, dude, that building is like massive. It's
Oh, the new one is amazing. Oh my god.
it's crazy.
The whole block.
Alright, so in positive news, I opened up Times of Israel, and one of the kibbutzes that was attacked on 10/7, guess what they're planting now and will have in a couple of years?
A tree.
Grenade trees.
No, they're planting agave to make kosher mezcal.
Oh yeah, I read that this morning.
Yeah, bitch.
Is that
Kosher tequila. Kosher tequila.
They're saying mezcal in the article. What were you saying, Liz?
Is that not a tree?
It's like a bush.
Yeah, it's like a little the thorny bush. Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Bush is coming back and stuff.
I don't. It is. I don't know if it counts as a tree or a shrub. I really don't know, but it's like a pointy grass bush.
A big tree, but it's not really. It doesn't look like a tree. It looks like a bush.
It's a cactus.
Hey, poodle.
Hey, it's a cactus.
Okay.
What is more than one cactus?
The jury is out.
Is it cactuses? Cacti?
Definitely cacti.
Cacti. Okay.
Just cactuses sounds doofusy. It's kind of like
it's a mescal plant, which they're related to aloe vera cactus, like fleshy, and prickly pears. They're juicy inside. That type of subspecies of cacti, I don't know specifically what.
So I know what you're doing today.
Probably some studying. I think the missus is going to go return my shit to Amazon, which is great because I don't want to go out again. We were at the shoal earlier, be planning for next weekend's Glot kosher brisket in the sukkah. We're going to smoke. And yeah, what are you up to?
What are you studying?
Computer shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't tell anybody, but I'm at work right now.
Got it.
Oh, I stand corrected. I just looked it up. Actually, agaves are not cactuses. They're related believe it or not, they're related to asparagus. They're in the asparagus family or whatever. Yeah,
What? We're drinking asparagus?
Asparagus, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, make your peace know.
Yeah.
Like a canal.
That's just weird. So we're drinking asparagus.
Somewhat, yeah.
Well, I mean, listen, they had to get the ingredients in your diet.
Weird. No, I love tequila. I think it's its own unique thing.
Christy, stop making eyeballs at me.
No, I wasn't doing that. I was like, oh wow, I did not know that about asparagus and agave.
That's why we have Clubhouse, so that we can answer these questions on Jeopardy.
Well, I hope everyone had a good holiday. I think it was yesterday.
You know what? I have learned that if, on Yom Kippur, if this White Man's app is still open next year, I am not coming back on the app until 2 days after Yom Kippur is over, because this is the second or third year in a row I come in, I'm all happy because I just ate and I've had a whole day of worship and reflecting and all that shit, and I come in here and somebody's talking shit about reform. Reform wasn't even the topic, but it's still catching straight.
Wait,
what? Buddhism? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, Reform Judaism. I go in a room, they were talking about Hebrew Israelites, and all of a sudden, well, what if Reform did blah, blah, blah? I'm like, that wasn't even the topic, damn it. Why are we catching strays? And it's always after Yom Kippur service. It is always.
It doesn't lead to anything interesting.
If you find me angry interesting, then yeah.
No, I just mean, I don't know, sometimes contentious topics, if you dive into them with any kind of nuance, could lead someplace interesting.
That was 12 hours ago or something, and I'm still pissed. But I'm pissed because it specifically happens after Yom Kippur.
I don't know, it sounds like something I'd dive into. I just want to know what people think and why. It's interesting. But anyways.
I don't know, everybody's got their opinion, especially on Clubhouse, but then if you go into the real world, things are usually a lot more chill, or people mind their own business.
Yeah, Clubhouse is crazy, man. It really is.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, I just invited all the rabbis, Reform, Conservative, or Orthodox, to our kosher event next weekend, so fuck everybody on Clubhouse. Yeah, yeah. I don't think the Orthodox guy's going to show up, because even though the kitchen is completely kosher, it's not under his supervision, so he probably won't show. But I threw him the email anyway.
Well, that's because you're a bitch.
Well, it's just in the real world, it's a lot more civilized than people in Clubhouse with their opinions at home and terminally online. So keep that in mind too.
I try to be pretty, I'm weird enough as it is already. I try to be, relatively civilized on Clubhouse. I know I say a lot of shit that makes people angry, but I don't do it intentionally. People on Clubhouse are so assumptive. They assume the worst of each other.
Well, I'm talking specifically about Judaism. Everybody went through the same will call line at the JCC to go to their respective synagogues yesterday. It's just not on here.
Yeah, thank God. Thank God real life isn't fucking social media or the television either. It'd be insane. I mean, I look forward to sort of differences of opinion in Clubhouse. I just want to know, what do you think? Why? I could be wrong,
I mean, my take on it is basically people that never go to synagogue have a real problem with people that go to a Reform synagogue every week because it makes them feel like they're better people, which is it's just dumb. It goes on forever.
One of my friends, so they got stuck in Florida because they took a trip to see something about like Batman because they're a big Batman fan, and they got stuck down there during the hurricane, and they ended up having to leave their hotel, and then they had to stay with a couple that was at the event, and ended up the couple was Jewish, and they got a chance to go to the synagogue yesterday. And they said they had a really good time. I'd never been, so now I'm kidding.
If you're interested, you can just like go on YouTube because a lot of Reform and conservative synagogues will stream the High Holy Day services.
Ooh, okay, all right, I'll do that. Thank.
If you catch Rabbi Matt on here and it's a smaller room, ask him if he did it because then you can watch him.
Oh, okay, cool.
I wasn't looking at the phone before, but who was it who was talking about Reform stuff? I didn't know who was it. Was that you, Melly? Because you really summed something up. I really agree with what you said.
No, I just said I wish people on Clubhouse would give each other more of a chance if they disagree about stuff, because it could lead to actually interesting conversations.
No, who was the person who said that like people who don't go to synagogue at all are judging?
Shlomo.
Yeah, that was me. Oh, Shlomo, yeah, you really summed it up, man. I don't know why people are so angry about Reform. It's better. I mean, yes, we all have stories. You know, it is what it is, but it's certainly, if your choice is not going to synagogue at all, you know, then you really don't have the right to judge other people, and it's that simple.
Well, I found the people that actually do go to an Orthodox shul once or twice or more a week, they rarely say anything about it. You know, so there's that.
Yeah, no, it's a shame. It's a shame. But, you know, it all goes back to fear. And, you know, when people criticize things that they don't understand, they're afraid of change. Or, you know, that's my take on it.
I think a lot of it's ego. Like, they want to feel like they're better than somebody else on social media. And it's just, it's a never-ending game. And it doesn't have a good outcome for either you or the people you're berating. So, there's that.
Yeah, I don't even bother arguing with people. I mean, I know the limits of my knowledge. Like, I know what I know, and I know what I don't know. The problem is that the vast majority of people on Clubhouse don't understand what they don't know, actually. I mean, having an opinion on something and then actually knowing what you're talking about are two very fucking different things. Very, very, very fucking different things. You can have an opinion on nearly anything and know nothing about it. You know, nothing at all. Like, I don't even know what this fucking cell phone is. I don't know how it works. How does it work? How do you hear my voice? Really?
Magic.
I mean, we think we know what it is. Yeah, right? It's magic. And why do the lights turn on when you turn on the house? It's magic. Well, how does the TV work? It's magic. You know, I make perfumes. That's all I fucking know. I don't know how my car works. The problem is that it's an ego thing, but I think more than that, people don't understand the limits of their knowledge. And because they don't understand the limits of their knowledge, they assume to know things they don't know, and they assume that they have the full spectrum of information that they need to make a decision about something when they don't. You know, one single human being, one single person knows very fucking little about the world. Very, very little about it. And this leads to all sorts of things like hatred and division, rather than just saying, hey, I don't fucking know. Like, most people aren't comfortable with gray area. They're not comfortable with, like, saying, I don't know. You know, because it's kind of scary or something. I don't know what it is, but it's an ego thing. You know, the world would be fucking way...
I find men struggle with that ego part. Like, I don't know shit. I don't know fuck all about cars. I don't care about cars.
I will tell you I don't care about cars. I don't care about all sorts of things. But there are a few things I do know about. We don't all have the same knowledge base. We don't all have the same experience. And I don't know shit about making perfume. But I know a lot about wine. I know a fucking lot about wine.
Right.
I know a lot of wine making. I mean, you know,
I don't
we're
know
not
anything
all
about
going
wine.
to have
You
the
know?
same, right. We're not all going to have the same experiences or even educational backgrounds. But I think when you argue from a place of authority on things that you actually don't know any, I mean, there are a lot of people running around here with the Kruger-Dunning effect, like.
Oh, I would say about 95% of the people on here, honestly. And I don't mean any offense to any of you guys, it's just human behavior. And like a lot of people haven't sat down and really, I'm perfectly comfortable with saying I don't know shit, right? But probably I'm one of the rare few, honestly. And Al, I mean, we got in an argument last time I was on Clubhouse because I was telling, I think it was with you, because I was telling, what's her name in the other room, who I actually do like, she went on a rant about how stupid the American government is because of the shit that she sees on TV. And I said, well, we can't really sort of equate what the talking heads, what the politicians say on TV with the vast knowledge.
Well, that argument had more to do with, because you can say, I don't think you actually know without being insulting. And I think it was more your delivery than what you actually said.
Yeah, and I apologize.
No, I mean,
I'm very often socially inept.
Yeah, no, but we all, get in our feels at times, and maybe the way we conveyed what we wanted to say didn't come out the way we intended, or maybe the way it was even perceived wasn't our intention, but yeah, no, I remember. It really wasn't even what you said, so it's on.
Yeah, it's just my general life philosophy is that if people came to understand the limits of their knowledge, I think that the world would be way fucking better off. Like, it would be a way better place, you know?
I've always said never let facts get in the way of your opinion.
I don't know. I mostly come on here to kind of, so most of the time all day, like, I'm, like, working on spreadsheets and all that kind of stuff, so I don't even want to, like, try to talk about, like, too much intellectual stuff, because after a while, my brain shuts down, and I don't want to do that. I just want to enjoy the conversation, voice my opinion every now and then, and get the chance to listen to other people, so I don't know.
Hey, the best way to make friends with people on Clubhouse is just to agree with everyone. Just say, yeah, you're a fucking genius. I think exactly the same as you. And then everybody loves you, you know? But I get what you're saying, Chris.
I think you're right there.
Well, I am right. I know that. You just say, yeah, I agree with you. Yeah. See, there you go. Now you're coming to see the light. Because you agree with me, I think you're a genius, Yakko.
Honestly, I have people that I follow on here that I do not disagree. I do not agree with on 100%. Well, I don't think anyone can agree 100% anyway. But there are a lot of people on here that are completely different. But as long as they're respectful towards me when voicing their opinions and they're asking questions, being thoughtful, then that's fine. It's just once it starts to get to the insults, the name calling and stuff, that's when I don't want to.
Yeah. Well, when people start throwing stupid insults at you, then they've kind of lost the... They kind of let themselves down, I think, you know.
Yeah, you're right, Elizabeth. Civility has been lost a lot, which is kind of sad. Because for me, I feel like I think me and Elle even talked about this. Like, I don't know anything about guns, so I don't really know. I don't have an informed. I don't have like an informed opinion on that subject of gun control and things like that. So it was really interesting to listen to her explain like different guns and how do they operate, why it's useful for certain people, and things like that. So.
Well, civility's been lost, and then I think also people are kind of addicted to, they want to get their heart racing. So a lot of people are really bored when they come on here. They want to argue, I think. Yeah, I mean, if at all, maybe subconsciously, they just want some excitement, you know? Like, if we maintain a civil conversation in here, I guarantee you people will start leaving and leaving and leaving and leaving and leaving. And then they're going to go into rooms with, like, you know, Norm and Jeff.
But to be fair, I do that too sometimes. Sometimes I do want to, like, laugh at people, like, share their opinion, and then they start, I'm sorry, like, they start arguing. I'm not saying I want people to, like, get into an argument where they're insulting each other, but there's some funny stuff that happens on stage when people are disagreeing.
Yeah, 100%. But I hope this type of behavior isn't indicative of, like, mass public behavior in my country or in Canada or the United States, because it comes at an expense. You know, if you're quick to anger, if you're quick to assume too much about other people, or to politicize everything, or, you know, like in the public sphere, if you meet someone on the train, oh, you're a Republican or you're a Democrat, then making all sorts of assumptions, it's really not good for culture as a whole. It has a degrading acidic effect on the entire culture. It's really not good. And I think this excitement, the controversy, the action news, it comes at a huge price. It comes at a massive price.
If you don't mind me asking, you said your country, where are you?
I'm in Canada.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, because I was like, I thought he was in Canada.
Yeah, in Canada. Canadians are a bit different. In general, you know, we've got like 4 or 5 major political parties. And I'd say that we're more inclined to be nuanced, especially when it comes to political discussion. Like, we'll often say, you know, oh, I'm voting for this particular person, you know, but I don't agree with everything they have to say with this, and I like even the people that I'm not voting for, I like their particular points. So I think we're a bit measured, Canadians. Whereas in America it is more, unfortunately, and from what I understand, it's a bit more divisive. But you guys have a very much more complicated history and 10 times as many people. And I'm not saying that Canada's perfect whatsoever. I'm just saying that we talk in a more measured way, I think. Yeah.
I would agree, because I remember, I think it was Kyle, but he goes by Dude, on here. He was having a conversation with a couple of other Canadians, and it was so, like, everyone really, like, carefully took their turn. They apologized whenever they interrupted each other. And it was just a completely different way of discussing, like, different issues. So I clearly saw the differences. I would agree that there is a segment of the population, unfortunately, I think they do come in here to create a fight and cause a scene so that more people will come into their rooms. And yeah, because like there are times I find out later on there's like a large room that happens and something's going on. Ended up like sometimes it's planned, which is crazy to me. But yeah, so that is something that's a little concerning. Yeah.
It's weird. I don't know. Like one guy in here, Jeff, he just, for no particular reason, I don't know, just doesn't like me. I don't know why. I don't care that he doesn't like me. It doesn't bother me, but it's just odd. I just find it odd. And I wonder if some personalities, like, they need someone to be angry at or something. Or maybe, I don't know. I'm not a psychologist, but I just find it odd that, you know, I don't know. Maybe, you know, I mean, I take a long time to say things, which is very Canadian, right? We kind of don't talk as quick, but and I'm sure I could be annoying, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why. Oh, there's Jeff. That's funny.
Well, everyone doesn't get along, so I mean, I don't know. Everyone has a different personality. Like everyone's not gonna mesh. It is.
Yeah. I just do find it funny, the cultural differences between Americans and Canadians.
I thought you were on your vacation. Why are you on here, Jeff? You're breaking up a lot.
Yeah, dude, we can't hear you whatsoever.
Hotel I'm at.
Oh, that shit look good as fuck.
Yeah, Montage. This is like one of the first place, at least according to the stuff, the first places that were making Montage. It's the Royal Hawaiian Hotel in Hawaii.
Man, I have not been to Papado since I've been in Atlanta.
Is that like some yak? What is the brown stuff? Is that some yak or
It's different rums.
Okay.
It's like two different rums. There's a light rum, and they top it off with the dark rum. So you get
Is that what's the orange stuff? Orange juice or apple cider?
No, it's orange pineapple. Hang on, I have give me 1 second. I'll post what's all in it.
Hey,
Nah, they definitely hit. That's for damn sure.
hey, yo, no disrespect for the land. Do y'all know Love?
Who?
At the bar.
That's
Love art. Yeah, love is cool. Yeah, love.
That's Edmund Dakin.
Hey, Love.
Check out. Oh shit, that's what's the name. Don't get caught by the photo.
That's your drink?
Berlin.
Oh my God. Ew.
Yeah, I told you don't get caught by the photo. But hey, man, refresh the PTR.
I'm not doing
Hang
this
on
no
the
more.
tray. Hang on the tray. Refresh the PTR. You can see what's in the tray.
You
I was thinking about trying the $40 one, but
And that is an unfortunate reality because, like, I guarantee you, a lot of like the Hebrew Israelites who like would be like, you know, I'm the real Jew, you're a fake Jew. Their grandparents, their parents even would be fucking embarrassed by what they're saying.
Yeah, I mean, even to, I don't know, I don't know who you are, but I love art. My parents would be embarrassed with what I say sometimes.
Yeah, I think
I mean, not only my parents, but my kids and my wife and everybody else would be embarrassed. In fact, to be fair about it, I'm embarrassed with what I say sometimes.
Aw. No, but I mean,
But it's like the only thing that they deserve to be talked to like that. Like that one chick in there, I said some vulgar shit, you know, got your whatever blank mouth, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm embarrassed I even said that.
well, I mean, listen, you know what? Here's the thing. I'm a black Jew, so I have to walk the line. Shh, anybody else in the room, don't tell anybody that. But I have to walk the line, and the line that I walk is if somebody is being inhumane to you. I'm not just talking about impolite, but just like saying the most hateful shit about
Love
you
Dr.
that you
J.
possibly can,
Live
then I
in
feel
love,
like
Dr. J.
you're perfectly within your rights to go just as low or lower. And I will not, now, mind you, and
Hey, pardon me, Liz, I gotta step away just for a minute.
okay. Alright. Look, you there? If you are,
Yeah, I came to occupy Haitian minds.
oh, for fuck's sake. Ah, damn it. God damn it.
You know what's really funny is I do a girl's voice, and I have guys that still want to talk to me. It's insane. People are lonely.
Here's the thing. You're a very bright person. Like, if you didn't record shit, I would totally dig having you in rooms. But this is...
Well, that's why I record shit, because there's no point to being here unless I'm recording shit. What is the point of having endless conversations about the same shit for years? We're not even talking months. We're talking, I'm going on 5 years of recording this nonsense.
I know.
I'm getting done.
See, this is what, yeah, you know what? Whatever you just play, whatever I said that got recorded is completely the opposite. I am a white woman from Ohio. I am not Jewish. I am, I have pumpkin spice and
You sound like you're voting Trump.
Absolutely. Back to blue.
I don't know, red, blue. What's the difference?
There is no difference, and the fear mongers who say that either side becoming president are just as like problematic as it being problematic that we have a reality TV star and a DA running for office. But that's just my 2 cents.
Well, it can't get any worse than Haiti, so we got that going for us.
Isn't there a dictator named Barbecue Sauce?
No, he's is it General Barbecue? But he's like a former, was he in the police? And then he became a gang member, and then he's like, leading his own private army.
Right, it seems like Haitians, specifically the ones on this app who open rooms every other day about Zionists.
But those are, Lonzo is an American Haitian. They can LARP whatever identity they want online, but at the end of the day, they went to Von Steuben High School, and their teacher's name was Mark, and there's just
exactly.
Yeah.
And he still hates Jews more than anything else.
And you know what? This bullshit. It's not that I hate Jews. It's just those Zionists. Nobody's dumb. We know what you mean. We know exactly what you mean. Hold on, hear me. Are you cool with this room being recorded?
What do you mean?
Because Love is our recording friend.
Oh, no, I prefer not. Oh, this is the guy that's always streaming it on the internet?
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Like, I keep telling him he's so cool and so fun and so intelligent, but this recording shit is for the birds.
Yeah, pretty much.
Before you make it. And the lady was like, his wife was like, hell no, I saw my mama do it. Okay, cool. I mean, I showed my mama use it. Mama showed up. He's like, hey, mom, why do you cut the turkey in half before you cook it? Like, is there a reason? She was, I don't know, I just saw my mama do it. So, okay, but ask grandma when grandma comes. So grandma got there. He was like, grandma, I love your turkeys, phenomenal turkey. But why do you cut the turkey in half before you cook it? Right? She was like, well, shoot, I mean, I don't know why they do it, but at the time when I did it, we didn't have a big enough pot, right? That's kind of where it came from. But it's like 3 generations of people follow this shit, thinking that it was just the right way to do something, right? When in actuality, it's because she did it because it was more convenient. It was the most convenient way to do it. Makes no sense.
No, that's a ritual or practice that's handed down. If you're interested, it's YouTube called Brain Games, Waiting Room. Brain Games, Waiting Room. Most people in our society follow without even knowing why.
Well, my daddy taught me to wipe from the top to the bottom, not from the bottom to the top.
Wait, but here's the thing. Everything you're explaining can be applied to you as well, right?
You could just say you're doing all this shit that you're like calling religious, and we don't even know where it came from.
Well, we do know where it came from. We have a history of religion.
With the history of religion, right? There was something before that. Who's to say that they didn't?
There was religion before religion.
That doesn't really make sense, right?
Yes, it does.
Did religion have a starting point? Yes or no?
Yeah, in the Garden of Eden, dummy.
Okay, so if religion had a starting point, then prior to the starting point, there was no religion, right?
Okay, good.
I just found for all the people who think all sex is the same thing as real sex. Can I do that while y'all figure out what this clip is saying? Thank you.
Okay, wait.
Hi, I'm sorry still, but I have had sex through Clown House through audio stimulation, and it's just as good as the real thing. Don't underestimate obese people now.
Yeah, bitch. Talking to you, motherfucker. You old boy now, old boy and proud ass nigga. I'm gonna get off the app for a little while.
You born in 05. Why you look like my profile look pink? You had to make it come in my push ass nigga.
Here we go.
Oh, nah, I'm trying to get on Seth ass. Nah, bitch, you just rubbed by and you don't even know what the fuck you was.
Sex with him. So.
She said that she got head from him. That is what she said. She's saying she didn't have sex, but she didn't have intercourse. She had oral sex. I don't believe a drunk person can consent to sex, period. And on top of that, she's saying that he recorded her in sexual in nudity and released it without her consent. Why am I not talking about that? Because I think actual rape is worse. Why do I still think that him recording her and releasing pictures of her is wrong? Yes. Do I still believe Geneva needs help mentally? Yes. Do I think D'Angelo orchestrated them meeting on Friday night? No. Any more questions, Angel?
Why would you take that?
Hold on. Let me get my shit off, bro. Bambi, the recording that was recorded, because there was pictures that Derek took, he's wrong, right? And then there was the audio recording.
I don't even know why there's pictures.
Hold
If
on.
you guys are not, why are there pictures?
Hold on, Gigi. The
Oh my
audio
God, I'm
recordings
sending
that
them
we
in
all
to
listened
the
to, that they're talking about the recordings, I recorded them on Clubhouse in my room. Gigi, I got the content from Gigi being off mute. That is where that content came from. So the pictures, Derek took pictures, which he dropped, he's wrong, but with the audio recording, that was in a public Clubhouse room.
Well, let me tell you why I got on Clubhouse. Just listen. The reason why I got on Clubhouse is because of this. I'm in a room with a man I just met. It was not supposed to be in a room. And then the first thing I do, because I just don't feel good, I like water. That is my self-care, my self-love. I go to the spot every day and swim in a pool. And then I sit in the sauna every day. So I just got in the tub. I didn't even take off my bra underwear because I didn't feel comfortable. This nigga still walked through the fucking door. And I don't know if he got my phone, but I can't remember that. But he ended up accidentally spilling the drink he was trying to give me on the floor. And so y'all hear me laughing and giggling, acting goofy the whole fucking time. And at one point, I said something to him. You didn't play that part. You cut that shit out. Immediately, he gripped me up and like dunked me on a bed. And I heard me say, stop, okay,
in the room 3 different times. You heard when y'all were wrestling.
Because that's the no, he was wrestling. That's the part you didn't fucking play. When I was like, okay, I'm sorry. When you got aggressive. That's the part you didn't fucking play. You played everything else, but you didn't play me scream and him dunking me on the bed and me saying, okay, stop, I'm sorry. Play that shit, nigga. I dare you, Pac-Man. Play it now. He cut that shit out, but y'all heard it. Oh, people heard it, but your black ass is hot in that part. Not saying that he hurt me at all, okay? I was intoxicated. And yeah, I went along. There was no penetration at all. I sat in his face, that's it. I was goofy, and I shouldn't have done it at all. I had no idea that this guy was recording me the whole time and taking pictures of me the whole time. And then will come on this app today and do all of this. I had no idea. I think he's disgusting. The whole time he's playing like he want to be my man or my boyfriend. I keep telling him I go.
So why would you go fuck him?
I never fuck. You can't fuck a lip dick. Okay? So there was no intercourse at all. What are you talking about?
Well, he posted a video on the Telegram and it looked like it worked to me.